Okay, I want to address this comment right here. I think I might not quite understand the template part. Well, let me describe that to you, okay? Because it's pretty important, and I really want you to understand this. So let's take a look at what this means. What is the template part? And if we jump up here, excuse me, and this is where this kind of introduces this template idea. And where is that? Right here. And number 3, steps to success. Present 3 visual comps for your digital portfolio template that will house your portfolio work. What does that mean? That's the background page. So if we take a look at what you've done, I think you've got the general idea with those templates that okay, but what you're showing is grid, and that's phenomenal. I think it's wonderful that you're designing with the grid. I think your gutters might be a little bit too large, but I don't know the intent, so please don't, consider what I'm saying, but like I said, I don't know the intent. And then it looks like what you're showing here is, you know what, again, here's that typeface, Sam. It's really hard to read. It doesn't stack together nicely. I don't like it. I would change it. The numbers are really difficult to read. I'd change it, Sam. I really would. Okay. And then you're showing, this is really good what you're doing here. You're showing how you're going to compose the work within the page using the grid. That's phenomenal. You got this wonderfully consistent margin. That's great. That's really phenomenal. And that's going to help. The harmony in your portfolio is going to be fantastic. Sticking with this formula, I promise. And it looks like you're kind of doing the same thing. This grid is different. Yeah, it is different. So it looks like what you're doing is you're mistaking the word grid for the word template. Okay, so what you're doing here is you're designing within these grids, and that's fantastic, and I want you to keep doing that. But the template page itself, it's the background page. Let me show you an example. Okay, now here is, okay, this would be page 1 of the portfolio. Now this would be the template page. Okay, so in other words, you have the name of the piece, you have, you have the subject, in gray, the name of the piece, and then what it is, poster design. Then you have these vertical rules separating, and then this horizontal rule. Okay, that's the background page. That's the template. Let's jump to another page, and we can see that that template page is used again to show the introduction of a new piece. Okay, so here we go from social awareness, books not bombs. This is poster design. Then it shows the posters. Okay, note that this doesn't use this again. It could. It certainly could. It could just say poster design continued using the exact same footer. And that's the template that we're talking about. It's that master page, if you will, that you set up in InDesign that will remain the same throughout the presentation or change maybe once, tops, as this one does, where it just says posters and then it has the whole introductory composition, a little compositional area there. And that is repeated, as I said, each time a new piece starts, that is repeated. Advertising, promotional design, the title, and then what it is. Okay, and then as you can see, it doesn't use it here because it's a continuation of the same piece. Here is introducing the die line and the surface graphics of the same project. Okay, POP display for the same project, and here's some mock-ups and some actual build-outs. Okay, and then now, new piece, okay, where each new page is being, there's that same treatment, okay? And you'll see that again and again. Here's publication design, here's the name and what it is. There's the first page, it's a macro shot of the cover. Second page falls within the grid, very, very similarly to what you're doing here, okay? And that falls in the grid showing actual photographs. There's the cover, okay? There's the spine, including the inside dust flaps with the photograph to fill that area of the grid, okay? So that Next new piece that's being designed, again, same thing. So you get the idea, and that would be the template page that we're talking about. Okay? So think about that, and it's just basically the location and the composition of the type that introduces the piece for each page. All right? Hope that makes sense. If not, just feel free to let me know. All right? Thanks. Okay, so sorry, I forgot to mention something. So this presentation, as we're looking at it, is this is a digital presentation, which means this would be the portfolio PDF. So you could actually send this to employers on a disk or something. It would be entirely too large to email, of course, but of course on a FTP or a different server, or however you got this digital file to the potential employer. That's the important thing. So what I'm saying is that note this presentation. This is the one I just got done talking about, okay? Now note that this is a single page. So in other words, it's one page at a time. I just want to show you something a little bit different here, that we're going to jump into the printed portfolio. So this is the screen portfolio. This is the PDF. All right. Now note, I talked about the template page, as it were. Let's jump into the print portfolio. And here it is. And you can see that here is the same type. It's formatted differently, but nonetheless, we have the same kind of general, the horizontal and vertical rules, along with the concept, the objective, the software, and the fonts used. And that's the categories that this particular designer used, okay? And as we can see, that format is repeated, okay? Objective, concept, software, and fonts used. All right, and then this is the same work that we saw in the other piece, of course. Now, keep in mind that this is a 11 by 14 portfolio. So these are 11 by 14 page sizes. So this macro shot's pretty big. All right, so think about that. And the reason that these are formatted differently is because these are page spreads. Okay, so you turn the page here, turn that page there, and here's what you have. Turn that page here, and here you got this new piece introduced with the same background template. So you can see we're using this background template idea from your screen portfolio, your PDF electronic portfolio, through to your print portfolio, and keeping the same branding all the way through, from the way that the colors you're using, the typefaces you're using, right down to the photographs and the way that you're presenting each little typographic composition on the template page itself. Okay? Hope that helped. Thanks.